back in. Golden Boy, Sundown, over to you. Except Sundown, I don't want to hear from you right now. Just Golden Boy.
You know what, Zeke? I love you so much. It doesn't matter how tall you stand in real life, because in my heart you stand all the way at the top. Just like Not Panda and Reva's gameplay recently. They've been nuts, Golden Boy.
Yeah, they have been. We've been talking about them here and there, and for due reason, because, again, we constantly... Oh, that snipe was nasty!
And the other player was challenging and waiting for it. He was looking to try and convert, and now they're lofting up the dynamite to try and expose them, but jumping on in. 33 players remaining, 19 duos, and Kensai sitting at our most elimination leader at 5 currently.
That was crazy. Oh no! Jawsisqt is getting tagged up and needs to run away, but he's running right into 2 other players. This isn't good. He might get trapdoored if he's not careful.
Yeah, Jawsisqt needs to be incredibly safe right here. Now, if you are just joining us, we're towards the very end of the NA East matches. Queues should have wrapped up, but you're allowed to queue up right until the end of the window. It's 10 matches or the 3-hour window. So we need to go about 30 to 35 minutes over. Make sure everyone wraps up. Yeah, I mean, when somebody is challenging you already with a sniper, even if you have the right-hand advantage, they still get a window to shoot at you, right?
Yeah.
Like, you still have to peek out. So he was just a reaction, didn't give the player enough time to even fire the shot.
Oh, that poor soul.
King Q, man, that's what happens when you're trying to rotate late with no utility on the low ground.
I know I made the joke last week, but you ain't putting that one on YouTube, buddy. That ain't happening. It was like you were a magnet, and every single bullet in the lobby just gravitated over to you. Oh, player's gonna be inside. That's Not Panda. Not Panda jumped inside of the box of Sipe and Crisp Muffin. And that will be Not Panda going at it. The game, Sipe and Crisp Muffin, that's going to be their first elimination.
Yeah, Revy now trying to get a little bit of redemption if he can, probably getting the call out that Crisp Muffin is now a little soggy, sitting there on about 30 HP. But we aren't even into that top 15 yet.
Tubby again.
Again, they've just always up on this high ground, steady chilling, Golden Boy.
Yeah, Tubby going all the way up. Players on the glider, they need to be careful. Just jump fast. This is, when I see, I know he can waterfall down and has plenty of builds and a redeploy as well. I apologize, but it just, every time I see it, I'm just like,
I get vertigo even just watching them like drop down, because I don't do well. I love heights, but I don't do well with the idea of falling. You know,
yeah.
that's for heights are fine, but the idea of hitting the ground afterward is kind of.
It's just not very comforting, you know. But hey, man, I mean that is a game, Fortnite, a very vertical game indeed. And look how high up Dopeye and Tubby are going. And there's just not a lot that's really holding that down, but they do have those redeploys. Player's going to be right in front of him, Tubby and Dopeye. Maybe they push in and try and pick up this elimination. Is going to pop right to the right side of his opponent. That was Kensai, who was our elimination leader when we jumped into this game.
And they basically took high ground there from just pure confidence. They're like, yeah, we have redeploys. Yeah, we're only going to single Matt out, but you're not going to return fire on us because we're going to have high ground. And they take it over there. By Revy, though, still picking up elims, is inside the top 15. As Tubby, though, and Dopeye still controlling it. Anytime they get knocked, utilizing that redeploy and dropping down. But side hop right away, showing off his skills. Slide to the right, no problem for Tubby.
Literally 30 traps put down. I know that's hyperbole, but it's still.
I'm saying that's not literally.
That's not literally. I know. And I know that gets you mad too. But that being said, that was 3 traps went down right there. And for Tubby with the wherewithal, the instant reaction, Dr. Lupo was talking about it before, to just react so quickly like that. At this level of play, these guys are just absurd.
Yeah, absurd indeed.
Oh, nice connection.
Yep, able to connect right there. Dopeye trying to get the conversion on the elim to get that siphon back for himself as well. They want to get inside that top 5 as Subtle Shooter does get picked up. Lijack's also still down on the low ground, but Dopeye is, and that's what I was about to say. Dopeye got pinned down here and has no way to get back up. The one positive thing, or I don't want to say positive, the one negative thing about holding high ground only with redeploys is if you lose it or get forced down, you don't have a way back up to your buddy. So it's either you drop down or you stay split. And right now they're opting to stay split with Tubby holding that high ground, the elimination on the Lyjax does go through. So he's going to be sitting rather comfortable, but it's awkward for Dopey.
Advyth, who we were looking at there, had to make a split decision to go after all those materials, ammo, as well as the weaponry, the health, try and keep Advyth in this game. His teammate Jaws out of the matchup currently. We have 5 players left, or 5 duos left, which means that they're going to be getting some more points added, and the only point threshold left is the Victory Royale.
It's all about the victory and the elims as Tubby picks up Hornet there. So we're into the top 3. It's a 2v1v2 with WoofG Advyth being that solo rider. You see Link going down there to Tubby as Dopey is able to convert, looking for the flint-knock to get back in the circle. The tree!
Oh, the dreaded tree blocking him there. But those players are actually going to be outside of it as well. Tries to go. Oh, my word. What a shot from Advyth. He used the flint-knock to go up and then pumped him in the face with the legendary shotty.
Oh, he knocked him
down. Oh, no.
Get it. Get the shot.
And he got it. The game. I cannot believe what we just saw. That was insane. Insane. He had the flint-knock. He went out, shot up. He beamed that dude with the legendary pump.
Bark indeed. I didn't think he had a shot.
I didn't give